morning to all of you. My name is Renz Teñoso. I will be your tour guide for today's video. The Great Wall of China. Nobody can be true hero unless he has been a great wall. Goes the popular Chinese saying, one of the clearly demonstrate the importance palace upon this unique ancient monument. The magnificent Great Wall of China, known is Chinese as Chancheng, or long wall stretch more than 6,000 kilometers from the fortress set of Chanhai Guam in the east all the way to Yuguan in the west, passing through Hebei, Ten, Tenching, Beijing, where the best preserved section of the world can be visited, Inner Mongolia, Ningxia, and Gansu. Average 6 to 8 meters in height, but rising as high 16 meters and wide enough in the palace for 5 horses or 10 men to pass. The wall boasts numerous battlements and watchtowers. Some of the wall's oldest fortification date base as far as 7th century BC, with the best known areas added around 210 BC when its various sections were joined together. The Forbidden City. China's largest, the most important building, the Forbidden City, also known as the Imperial Palace, is situated in the very heart of Beijing and is a must-see when visiting the country. Started during the Yuan dynasty between 1271 and 1368, much of the complex since today was built between 1406 and 1420. Really many splendid palaces is one this sprawling complex was the residence of 24 Ming and Qing emperors, whose presence forbade the entry anyone other than the imperial family and their courtesans, covering some 720,000 square meters and protected by 10 meters high wall with watchtower and wide moat. This massive complex consists areas set aside of commercial, core, colonial, and administrative purposes, as well as a private residence used by emperor. While it can take many hours to see everything, highlights include the five white marble golden Weaver's Bridge, the Hall of Supreme Harmony, a 35-meter tall building housing the imperial throne, exquisite emperor banquet hall, the hall perceiving harmony and palace museum with its large collection of art and artifacts from the Ming and Qing dynasties in Japan. Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is also known country highest mountain peak, towering 3,776 meters over an otherwise largely flat landscape the south of east. This majestic and fabled mountain is tall enough to be seen from Tokyo, more than 100 kilometers away. Mount Fuji has centuries been celebrated in art, literature, and is also not considered important and in that UNESCO recognized its world cultural significance in 2013. Part of the Fuji Hakone-Izu National Park, Mount Fuji is climbed by more than 1 million people each summer as act of pilgrimage, which culminates in watching the sunrise from its summit. While some while some still choose to begin their climb from the base, the majority of climbers now starts from above the half mark at fifth station, resulting in a more manageable 6 or so our ascent. Those more do attempt to complete climb are advised to depart in the afternoon break, breaking up the climb with an overnight stop at one of the mountain huts designed for very purpose. An early start the next day gets you from the top of the sunrise. Imperial Palace and Nijubashi Bridge. Tokyo most famous landmark, the Imperial Palace, which is beautiful 17th century parks surrounded by walls and moats. It must see when visiting the nation capital. Don't be put off by the fact that the majority of the palace is closed to the public, as there is still enough to see simply by strolling the grounds. In addition to the many fine views and palace from numerous points in surrounding parkland, visitors are permitted into the East Higashi Gion Garden and the areas that are open to the public as part of organized tour. One of the most romantic views is the famous Nijubashi Bridge or Double Bridge, so named the watery reflection. India. Taj Mahal are perhaps India's most recognizable building in Taj Mahal. The world famous testimony to the power of love, named after Mumtaz Mahal, the favorite wife of the Emperor Shah Jahan. This is most beautiful of mausoleums was begun upon her death in 1631 and took 20,000 workwomen until 1648 to complete, incorporating many elements of Islamic design including arch, minarets, and union-shaped dome and black calligraphy inlaid around the entrance. The Taj Mahal is largely constructed of white marble, adding to its splendor are delicate inlaid floral pattern and precious and semi-precious stones such as jade lapis lazuli, diamonds of mother pearl. The best time to visit is either the dawn at dawn or dusk when the atmosphere is brilliantly altered by the change in lightning. If possible, try to catch a view of Taj Mahal reflection from their far bank of the Yamuna rivers. It makes for memorable and safe. The Holy of Varanasi, dating back of 18th century BC. Varanasi is the one of the oldest still inhabit cities in the world. A major pilgrimage center of Hindus, this holy has been associated with the mighty Ganges River, one of the faith's most important religious symbol. Varanasi, Varanasi offers many reasons to visit, not least of them the chance to explore the old quarter adjacent of Gan Ganges, where you find the Kashi Vishwanath Temple built in 1780. The new Vishwanath Temple with its seven separate temples is also of interest. Bathing in Ganges is the great importance of Hindus and numerous locations known as Ghat, featuring stairways leading to the water where the faithful bath before prayers. The largest of the Sashvamet Ghat and Asigat, the latter, at the confluence of Ganges is Asi rivers is considered by particularly holy. Africa, Cape Town, South Africa, one of the most beloved destinations of continent. Cape Town sits the southern tip of South Africa, near where the Atlantic Ocean and Indian Ocean meet the Cape and Good Hope. It is culturally rich and visually stunning city that is very easy to fall in love with one of with on a first visit. Table Mountain rise from the center of the city, while the striking 12 Apostle Rocks formation beyond provide the backdrop for gorgeous white sand beach like Clifton and Camps Bay along its Atlantic coastline. There is so much to see in the Cape Town. There, there are active adventures like hiking on the top of Lion's Head to watch the sunrise, and important historic expl- exploration like taking a summer trip to Robben Island, where Nelson Mandela was political prison for 27 years before the apartheid regime fell. Though of Zanzibar, a visit to Zanzibar feels like stepping in another world. One one here where time stands still and the only city stone is UNESCO World Heritage Site. The island is the Indian Ocean just off the coast of Tanzania is the place where Arab those fishing boat still ply the picture perfect turquoise seas and see you can get lost in the beauty of stone. Town wandering its narrow alley past mosques, vibrant bazaar, and ryads with intricately carved doorways. Away from the hustle of the city, the rest of the island is filled with gorgeous beach where they are spent lazing on white sand or snorkeling and diving the colorful coral reefs surrounding the islands. Nungwi at the northern tips of islands is favorite beach destination. There are there are a number of hotels of guest house here, including the Z Hotel Zanzibar. The beachfront boutique hotel is the set of beautiful tropical garden, and all the rooms come with floor to ceiling glass door op- opening onto sea facing balconies. The bed are draped in mosquitoes net and have a romantic bed. Egypt, Pyramid of Giza. The last surviving wonder of seven wonders of the ancient world. The pyramids of Giza are one of the most recognizable landmarks. Down through the age, these tombs of Pharaoh Cheops or Khufu, Chephren, Khafre, and Mycenaeus Menkaure, guarded by the enigmatic Sphinx, are usually top of the most by visitors list of tourist attraction to see the Egypt and often the first site they head off after landing. Today, sitting on the desert edge of Cairo's sprawl, the megalithic memorials to the pharaohs are still as wondrous a sight as they ever were and undeniable highlights of Egypt trip. Karnak Temple, fame of the fame for the Valley of the King Karnak Temple and Memorial of Hatshepsut, the Nile side town of Luxor in Upper Egypt, has a glut of tourist attraction. This is ancient Thebes power based on the New Kingdom pharaoh and home to more sites than most can see on one visit. Luxor is Bangkok's home of modern city.
which is vibrant with, with its vibrant. The two temples of Karnak and Luxor and the museum, the West Bank lush farmland and barren cliff are where the vast majority of Luxor tourist attractions sit. With so many tombs, the temple site that is has been called the biggest open-air museum in the world. Spend a few days here exploring the colorful wall art of the tombs and gazing awe at the colossal column in the temples, and you'll see the wild Luxor continues to fascinate, fas, fascinate historical and archaeologists. Saudi. AL Mass Front or Frost Fortress is remarkable site of visit of Riyadh that dates back to 1865 and it is made from clay and mud bricks. The front has great importance in Saudi Arabia and it's tell it it tells about the history of kingdom of the rural country. The features is a rich collection of artifacts that give insights about the history of rulers and their lifestyle. Rulers and their lifestyle. There are mosques inside the fort and luxurious room called D1 that features luxury interiors and throne. One should definitely plan a visit to AL Masmak for in Riyadh for truly enriching experience. King Abdulaziz Historical Center, National Museum Riyadh. If you are history buff and have a curiosity to know about the rich history of Saudi Arabia, then do not forget to explore the National Museum in Riyadh, full of rich artifacts and display of sculpture, antique antiques and the other ornaments that define the culture of tradition of the other people of the people of Saudi Arabia. The National Museum of Riyadh will give a deep knowledge about this country. The museum has 8 galleries, a park, and museum.